that thing will reside in your soul. So every negativity resides in your soul. So we need healing.
Because even the young men, they're looking for beautiful girls. But your beauty, definitely, they won't see inside. It's only God who sees inside. They will see from the outward.
When you move towards realization, you need to heal.
I hope you've picked one or two tips around how you can define your own beauty standard.
So every problem, every pain, every negativity, they store up in your soul.
Welcome to Adorable Woman, a place where we celebrate strength, resilience, and the power of women. It's always a joy to have special guests come through to tell us about their walk in faith, in strength, and in bouncing back, sometimes from a hard place. I am your host, Jacqueline Mankanda, and I'm very excited because this is a special edition. It's on the background of the Women's Conference that is taking place at Christ Life Church. But at the same time, we are also taking time to have an interesting conversation today. I have with me Mrs. Hannah Wadia. Thank you for finding the time to be with us today. So, Hannah, if you don't mind me calling you by your first name, I would like for you to share a bit about yourself. Who is Hannah Wadia?
Okay, so my name is Hannah Ngoma, Mrs. Wadia. Aged 33. I'm a mother of 3 girls.
Wow.
Yes, and I've been married for 11 years.
Okay.
Currently pursuing a degree in nursing. And
Okay.
I'm in my final year, which is 4th year.
Wow. Wow. How do you manage to wear all those hats? Because you're a mom, you're a wife, and you're a student in what I would like to believe a very demanding course.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself balanced in all those areas?
Well, I can't say I'm the best at it.
Welcome to Adorable Woman, a place where we celebrate strength, resilience, and the power of women. It's always a joy to have special guests come through to tell us about their walk in faith, in strength, and in bouncing back, sometimes from a hard place. I am your host, Jacqueline Mankanda, and I'm very excited because this is a special edition. It's on the background of the Women's Conference that is taking place at Christ Life Church. But at the same time, we are also taking time to have an interesting conversation today. I have with me Mrs. Hannah Wadia. Thank you for finding the time to be with us today. So, Hannah, if you don't mind me calling you by your first name, I would like for you to share a bit about yourself. Who is Hannah Wadia?
Okay, so my name is Hannah Ngoma, Mrs. Wadia. Aged 33. I'm a mother of 3 girls.
Wow.
Yes, and I've been married for 11 years.
Okay.
Currently pursuing a degree in nursing. And
Okay.
I'm in my final year, which is 4th year.
Wow. Wow. How do you manage to wear all those hats? Because you're a mom, you're a wife, and you're a student in what I would like to believe a very demanding course.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself balanced in all those areas?
Well, I can't say I'm the best at it, but God has been merciful, and it takes having supportive people in your life.
Right.
And in this case, I would applaud my husband, Mr. Wadia, who's been very supportive.
Okay.
And not forgetting my sister, Mrs. Chela. She's
Wow.
been there for me. Otherwise, it is not easy,
Okay.
but yet manageable.
Wow.
If others did it, I believe I can also.
You can do it as well.
Yes.
So judging from the fact that you are in your final year currently, I would like to believe you did not start pursuing your studies in the traditional sense where someone is done with their grade 12 studies and they immediately go off to college. What is your story?
What happened was when I completed grade 12, I didn't do well in mathematics.
Okay.
And as we know, according to our Zambian curriculum, if I can say, it is needed for you to do any course that you would like to study further.
Right.
So after completing my grade 12, I was just there doing nothing. And that's when I got pregnant in the way.
Okay.
And then in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, 2020, 2021, somewhere there, my sister calls me, Mrs. Chela, and then she's like, sis, what are your plans? Don't you wish to go back to school?
Right.
And then I was like, I really do. But at that point, I can say I had lost hope.
Right.
I really wanted to go to school, but from the human perspective, I would look this side and look the other side, and definitely I'll be like, no one is going to come through for me.
Right.
My husband wanted to take me to school, but at the moment, he couldn't due to finances.
Yeah.
Because we had to get married simply because I got pregnant. Zambian tradition.
Yeah.
We had to get married. So those things were not planned for. So definitely finances were strained somewhere.
Yeah.
So I had lost hope.
Right.
I'd be praying and all that, but I had lost hope. And I reached a level where I had just surrendered it all to God. But by then I can say my mind was made up that school was not for me.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm going to succeed in life, it is definitely not through school.
Yeah.
Yes. So she calls me and asks me that question without showing any interest of wanting to sponsor me or whatever, just asking me that question.
Yeah.
So my answer was like, I do, and I really do. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Right.
So her main reason for calling me was because she had plans for me.
Okay.
Now my response drained me, of which she didn't tell me about. She only got to share it like later on. Years later. Yes. So this day she calls me again. She's like, do you still want to do nursing? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Can you start looking around for a school you would like to go to?
Yeah.
So I said, I need to rewrite mathematics because I got a 7 from the first try.
Yeah.
Yes. So she says, okay, then you can make arrangements for you to rewrite, but then let me know. So I even went ahead, looked for a school that was near home because of the kids.
Yeah.
So I went there, I found out what I needed to know, and then as I was going back home, I called her and explained everything.
Yeah.
A few minutes later, I received money, which was the exact amount that I needed to register as a GCE student. I was like, God, is this really happening?
Yeah.
So I turned back, definitely went back, did the transaction.
Might as well get it sorted out today. So
because it was the problem at the moment for me not to get into school. So I go back there, register and everything. And now there's a challenge of who's going to look after the kids.
Yeah.
Because it had always been me and my husband and the kids. By then I had 2.
Okay.
So now I've already paid there. I need to start school, but there's this challenge. So days went going by, And this day I was like, but this is not the will of God.
Yeah.
If money was an obstacle and now it is available, then this is definitely not the will of God.
Yeah.
I remember locking myself up that day. I cried in the presence of God, not really condemning whatever, but I was like, God, I know you've opened a way for me, so I pray that you remove every obstacle in
whatever
the way.
is in the way. Yes.
So what happened was just after that day, my husband receives a call to say, you're not coming for work for the next, I don't know if it was how many days, I don't really remember. From today onwards, this is someone who's been working for the same company for 9+ years.
Right.
And they have been requesting as a department to work in shifts, and they couldn't listen to them. They said, your department doesn't need
too
shifts.
critical.
It's too critical. Then he receives a call to say, you need to start working in shifts.
Wow.
So in the next, I don't know if it was how many days, you are not coming.
Right.
And the day that you're coming, you're working night shift. I'm like, God, you're too much. Because definitely he'll be there to look after the kids.
There you go.
So that's how I even started. Few days into starting my GCE, started feeling weird, And my husband was like, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Wake up very early in the morning, at least cook, clean and stuff like that. So he was just like, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. That's why you're
feeling that way. Yeah.
So I went to school this morning. Our mathematics teacher was too strict, so he never used to condone late coming.
Yeah.
Then he says, you're going back for as long as I stepped in before you are going back.
Wow.
So I was like, then I called him. I'm like, let me just go to the hospital since I haven't been
Feeling too well. Yeah.
When I went to the hospital, assessment and stuff, I was requested to go and do an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Behold, envelope.
Wow.
Read it myself, printed my name there, single fetus, alive fetus. I was like, God.
Wow.
What is this? At this point, I don't need this.
Wow.
Pregnant.
Wow.
When you're not even expecting it, when you have not planned for it. Third child.
Wow.
I call my husband. He laughs at me. He's like, "Wow, no, I don't know what you're telling me. I'm not your mom." He laughed at me.
Wow.
Are you for real? I'm like, no, let me take a pic and
share it with you. Wow.
So what am I trying to say? I went back home. God, yes, children are a blessing.
Yeah.
So since you have given me this child, this shall not work against me.
Exactly.
Because during pregnancy, there's memory loss. There's that.
Also,
but it shall work in my favor.
Wow.
That pregnancy was the hardest that I ever carried on my 3 children.
Wow.
Hardest. Complicated. No cravings, trust me.
Wow.
Complicated. I couldn't eat anything. But thank God the school that I had registered with, they conduct GCE classes in the morning.
Okay.
Unlike other classes, other schools, where they have them later
in the evening and so on.
Yeah. They conduct classes from morning to 15 for GCE. There's also allowance for those who work home later in the evening.
Yeah.
But I chose the one from morning to 14.
Yeah.
So I would gather strength in the morning.
And take yourself through. Wow.
It's all like that. Until the time that I had to write. I think it was in July, August. We were also taken somewhere else. They didn't tell me the truth to say they didn't have a center number. So they had to register with another school, stuff like that. It was complicated. So it was overwhelming also. It was quite
a lot of things to handle at the same
time. They
time.
had to take us to Mkushi, deep in...
That's outside of where you were living, way beyond. Yeah.
So we went there, wrote my exams. Actually, someone advised me not to only register for the subjects that I didn't do well in. I was advised to register at least 2 or 3. So I registered for 3, but unfortunately one didn't appear on my list of subjects to write.
Yeah.
So I just wrote 2. And from the 2 that I wrote, I got a distinction and a credit.
Wow.
Yes. So after that, my sister still says continue looking for schools, look around. My husband was also encouraging me. He would also escort, because by then the baby was really, really small. She was born in October.
Okay.
So yeah, we would go together. He would remain with the baby in the car. I would go in school, check out and find out whatever I wanted to find out.
Yeah.
Until I had 2 acceptance letters, but I chose where I am right now simply because it was a degree. I thought, why do a diploma? Because I've already taken time to go to school.
Yeah.
So I would rather just go direct and do a degree. So that's how my journey started. My mom came in, took the kids. She started staying with them. And then I went into boarding now. I was staying at a boarding house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So where did you find the strength? Because the set of events were, according to how you've narrated to me, something that could have easily caused you to give up, because the initial challenge was you're not sure whether anyone will support you. That support is made available. And now there's this situation in your family where you are becoming a mother once again, when you already have other daughters to take care of. What made you keep going?
What made me keep going was when I looked back at the younger me, I had plans, I had goals, I had dreams.
Yeah.
And whenever I thought about it, I thought definitely this is not supposed to end like this.
Yeah.
And then my sister also encouraged me because she had always wanted to be a medical doctor. I'm sure you know her story, but she ended up doing pharmacy and stuff. But she still picked herself up.
Yeah.
So when I look at her, this is someone who's managing in life.
Yeah.
She's doing well, yes, she's managing.
Yeah.
But she still stands up and says, I'm going back to school and definitely achieve my goals.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can do this as well. So I gathered courage and I just told myself, I don't want to end up like this.
Yeah.
I do not want to end up like this. Let me pick myself up
And carry on. Yeah.
forge ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. You know, there's so many women who find themselves in a situation of being discouraged, you know, giving up along the way for a variety of reasons. You know, if we talk about finances, you can talk about the same kind of scenario that you went through. Any person could easily have thrown in the towel and just said, look, I don't think I can cope with this anymore. How influential do you think having a strong support system is in making sure that your dreams come to pass?
I would say very influential. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be very influential,
Mhm.
but at its least. Reason being, sometimes as a person you can give up.
Yeah.
But if you have a very strong support system, definitely they will push you
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
So there are times from the scenarios that I have described here,
Mhm.
there were times definitely where I would feel like giving up.
Yeah.
But because of the strong support system that I had,
Mm.
I remember when I was pregnant for my third child, I
Mhm.
called my sister and I was like, listen to this. She didn't get upset with me.
Yeah.
And she was there cheering for me. Wow, really, sis,
Mhm.
you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You will do it. You will manage. It is doable. You know, kids are children are
A
a blessing
blessing.
from God.
Yeah.
So you will definitely do it. Wow, she was so positive.
Yeah.
So now imagine in a situation where I was already drained
Yeah.
because of what had just happened.
Mhm.
And then later, she tells me to say, yo, this is the worst. What are we going to do now?
Mhm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was definitely going to give up.
Yeah.
But when you have a strong support system,
Mhm.
a very influential
Mhm.
support system, definitely you can overcome whatever
Challenge that you're facing. Wow. And what sort of example are you setting for your girls in terms of their studies and their ability to be strong and be an adorable woman as you are? Do you have conversations with them about their future, or are you allowing them to grow and then perhaps make their own choices?
I always have time to talk to them about certain things, especially looking at the time. I can say the way the world is rolling
Mm-hmm.
these days.
Yeah.
So I talk to them about stuff. I tell them the truth. In as much as they are young, I would rather they grow up with it. They know the truth.
Yeah.
So I tell them to say education beats it all.
Yeah.
You can be successful in business, but definitely when you don't know anything. Even businessmen who are doing very well do not employ people who are not educated.
Right.
They cannot be educated themselves, but definitely as they employ people to run those businesses for them, they'll even ask for qualifications.
There you go.
So I tell them to say education is the key. And maybe they might not be as lucky as I was or blessed to have someone who was supportive even without a grade 12 certificate, if I may say. Because at that point I didn't even have one. I was missing certain
subjects.
Yes. So maybe they might not be lucky in that way.
Yeah.
I would definitely want for them to achieve it all on their own, if I can say that. It cannot be all, but definitely there should be something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So do you think the point at which you started pursuing, really chasing your dream, has it made a difference? Has it been any easier or has it been any harder? What difference does it make?
It has made a difference in a way that, society will always judge you by what you do.
Yeah.
And for people to give you respect, most of the times, they want to know what you do. So I had situations where I was not respected in certain places that I cannot like.
Yeah.
And I can say those were the most hurtful moments in my journey before actually getting into school. You're coming from a background where you were, let me say this, at least part of the intelligent students at school, intelligent pupils at an institution. And then when someone meets you 2 years, 3 years later, they definitely want to know what you're doing.
Where you've gone, what you've done, what you've achieved. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, good to see you. What do you do now? Then you're like, nothing. Also, now you're just having children, huh? Especially that I had the second one. Let me just say 1 year plus
after the first. Yeah.
It wasn't planned, but yes, it happened. So, people will always have something to say. At some point, I can say I became a laughing stock.
Yeah.
And people definitely put a seal to it to say I wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
Because people will always be people.
Yeah.
Be it family, be it friends, whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes things will even get to your ears to say, they said this. Maybe not even be scared that you're there. They'll say it to your face.
Yeah.
So you've given up on life. Why are you just having children? So now yours is to bear children. But I'm here today.
Yeah.
I know I've not gotten a job yet. I don't know where God is taking me.
Right.
But at least I'm getting a paper.
Yeah.
And some of the people who are laughing at me do not even have those qualifications.
There you go.
Yet.
There you go.
They just jumped into doing something. Maybe you work as a cashier in Shoprite.
Yeah.
But simply because you are not doing something at a particular time, they begin to judge you and think lowly of you.
True.
When in the actual sense, God is the one who knows where you're going.
True.
So there are people now who come to me and say, tell me how you did it. The same people who used to laugh at me now are asking for my advice.
Wow.
They're the ones applauding me. They'll come and say, you've really inspired.
Yeah.
You've inspired us.
Yeah.
You've really done this.
Yeah.
How did you do it? How did you manage it? The same people.
Yeah.
So it has really earned me a lot of respect.
Wow.
A lot of respect.
Wow. Wow.
And sometimes, like I can just say, it's not even sometimes. Just like it is, God knows it all.
Yeah.
So trust me, if I had started college back then and gotten into uni, I don't think with the situations that come, circumstances and everything, I don't think I was going to manage.
Yeah.
Because I can say my mind was not really
ready yet.
And everything. Because here's a situation now, living at home. Leaving my children and my husband, going to school, and then something comes up, I give up.
Yeah.
No, that's not seriousness then.
Wow.
So now I have something to look at, because even if I have exams that we really tough, my husband calls and he's like, how was the exam? It wasn't easy. And he's like, have something to look at. Don't worry, you'll make it, you'll do it. At least the kids are there to cheer you on. Because even when you get home, they'll be like, Mommy, how was school? How were your exams? They want to know.
Yeah.
And then I show that negativity to my kids. What am I impacting in their lives?
There you go. There you go.
Nothing. So God knows it all. He knew that I wasn't going to manage that way. And maybe if someone came in, maybe his finances were going to be a problem. I don't know. But definitely there were going to be hiccups, because that wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
For me to start school when I started, that was the right time.
By his design. Yeah. By his design.
It was by his design for me to start then. That's why everything is running smoothly. I've had a number of challenges even while I was at school. I recently removed a cast.
Okay.
I had broken bones. Recently.
Wow.
While on attachments at school. So, there have been things that have been coming, but God has been faithful.
Yeah.
I've even acquired pneumonia through practicing nursing.
There you go. It's risky.
It's risky. It is. It's risky. It's not easy for a student to use, trust me. I don't know with other medical
professions.
But with us nurses, no matter how cold it can be, I'm not allowed to put on a jersey. You cannot come late simply because it's cold or stuff like that. And mostly they take us to remote areas.
Yeah.
Where am I going to get hot water from? Or what time am I going to boil water? Because you're in group, you're a team.
Yeah.
Then what time will others have breakfast if you want to boil water
and make yourself comfortable?
How are you going to make yourself comfortable? Time consuming.
Yeah.
And at the expense of others. Yes. So it's been quite a rough ride.
Yeah.
It has been a rough ride. But manageable.
Wow.
God has been faithful.
Wow.
And I can testify to the fact that finances have never been a problem from the time that I started.
Yeah.
Imagine finances were a problem previously.
Before that, yes. Yeah.
But from the time that I started, God has been faithful.
Yeah.
God has been faithful.
Wow.
I have never lacked.
So now I'm curious, because you have a story in which someone is in your corner. They're cheering for you. They are supporting you in a practical sense, not just by words, but making sure you stay in school, your fees are paid. At home, you have the support of a loving partner who is willing to step in when you're not there. How are you speaking into other young women's lives, if at all, to encourage them when they feel discouraged? Do you take the time to encourage others as well?
I always do, because one thing for sure is the people that we are with at universities or college right now are younger generation.
Right.
This is their time now. Probably people who completed in 2010, 2020, 2021, not us who completed in 2010. So definitely these are younger people.
Yeah.
So I take time. They're the ones I have around me. So I can't just watch them. I do my part. It's up to them. And mostly I'll just be sitting, then someone will come. He call me auntie.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
So how can I do this? How should I go about this? At least you know. Some don't even know my story. But just them. Maybe just by looking at me, they know this one's old, at least they have enough experience. I don't know. But I do.
Yeah.
I do encourage them. I tell them, do it now while you don't have other problems. It's just you alone.
Yeah.
Yes, it's different from us who have other things
happening in the background. Yeah.
It's just about you, no children, no husband.
Yeah.
If you want, you can't go back home. You can just stay in the boarding house and study
throughout. Yeah.
But for some of us, sometimes we're even requested to go back home due to circumstances.
Yeah.
So I do.
Wow. So when you were deciding that you wanted to go back to school, was there ever any point where you doubted yourself or you felt afraid to commit? Because it's a big thing, to try and wear the hat of a wife and be a good one, to wear the hat of a mother, and to also be a student, considering that this is not a short course, like for 6 months or for a year, but a degree. How did you start on the right note and, just make sure that you had laid a proper foundation? What sort of steps did you take?
The first step that I took was selfishness.
Okay.
I told myself I was going to be selfish for once.
Okay.
Though I haven't been really selfish, but I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
There's a baby in the whole scenario. A newborn baby.
Right.
And then when I start to think, let me raise this one, do I know what is coming after?
You have no idea. Yeah.
I have no idea. So I told myself, if the time is now, I will do it.
Right.
Now let me focus on myself once. I also have goals to achieve.
Right.
I'm looking after my children. Definitely they have their own goals.
Yeah.
And my kids would also want to look at a mother who's happy doing something they like. And at least being able to provide for them as well. So at that point, I just told myself, if I was going to be selfish, then let it be so. People laughed at me, even at that particular time when I had to take that chance. My husband as an individual was mocked. People were saying, how do you let a whole wife, a mother of 3, go to uni? Do you know what happens then? People do all sorts of things.
True.
So, if he was also going to focus on the negativity that was coming from people, he wasn't going to allow me.
Yeah.
When my sister told me to say, I know you're starting school now, but make sure, continue being submissive. Because even if I say I pay for you now, if he doesn't want you to go to school,
don't resist. Right.
So it's a situation where I just told myself I had my own goals to achieve. I had my sister who told me to pick myself up and she would sponsor me to school. My husband comes in here and there definitely goes, I'm with him. Yeah. But why will I say no because of this may happen, that may happen? I just told myself, now it's my time.
Yeah.
I need to shine as well. I need to do things for me at this particular time.
Yeah.
I'll worry about the kids
later. Wow. That's very profound. And I think it's a conversation that very few women are really ready to have and be vulnerable and open because of the nature of our culture. Because the belief is once you start a family, everything else just fades into the background. So if you have dreams, if you have aspirations to further your studies and, do whatever it is that you're dreaming to do, then you are not even in the picture. So I'm happy to hear that you took a chance on yourself and it's paying off. It's really a wonderful testimony to hear. There are challenges that arise even in the type of career that you've chosen. Why did you choose nursing and not something else?
I had always loved the profession. I had loved it. Nursing seems to be on the caring for the sick part only. But once you look at it from a distance, then you realize that it's not only about the health part.
Right.
A nurse is a counselor, a nurse is an advocate.
Right.
So I looked at all those aspects, coming from the type of home setup that I came from, I felt I could do this.
Yeah.
I could motivate the next person through being a counselor, through being an advocate,
Right.
and then definitely taking care
Of the sick as well as an element of that. Do you intend to specialize in a particular field, or what are your plans? Are you adding maybe a totally different qualification after? What are you thinking to do?
On specialization, I can say I've not really made up my mind yet. Most people say you get to choose which aspect you specialize in when you see like all the words, you work on
All the words in the hospital. Yeah.
So I'm not done yet. I've worked with pediatrics, children
Yeah.
here and there, but I'm remaining with a few. So I would like to see where that
will take you.
But
Yeah.
definitely considering to be a lecturer, because we have an advantage if you pursue a degree. Then I don't know in other fields, but with us, you can definitely be a lecturer.
Wow.
So I would also take that into consideration.
Wow. So would you say your great sense of vision is inborn, or it's something that was like shaped, particularly based on your relationship with your sister, her encouragement to you, her push so that you can go forward with education? How much of your own personality is in there in terms of shaping your dreams?
I can say my sister was just the cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say inborn, because it should be something that is in us. Like I mentioned earlier, growing up, I never had plans of marriage, kids and stuff. It was just focused on education. That was me.
Yeah.
I liked to read a lot.
Yeah.
I liked, even now, getting 50, 60 is not my
Really
thing,
your
but
aim.
sometimes, there are those challenges.
That do arise.
So I had always wanted to be, I can say, great in my studies. So it's the same thing that I even tell my children about. They know that they fight for that.
Yeah.
So even if my child was to find my paper lying somewhere and find the 60, they'll definitely laugh.